Thanks, Neil. I like to bring this, I really do, because it just reminds me that I used to have this to get out of the house. And now this has to have me to get out of the house.
This just feels like such a big effort for me to walk. I'm so tired now.
This was Tina Starmer just a few years ago. Suffering from an aggressive form of multiple sclerosis, she could barely walk. She even found it difficult to speak properly. But today, here she is, striking a yoga pose. And listen to her voice now.
I used to be in a wheelchair and now I can stand like this.
At 47, Nicole Corrie could barely walk. She too suffered from aggressive MS.
I was heading for full-time care. I couldn't put my shoes and socks on, I couldn't dress myself, I couldn't cut up my food. So if you get to the point where you can't feed yourself, you're not really living.
Yet today, 2 years later, Nicole might still walk with a limp, but she's back to being self-sufficient.
It's given me my life back.
They put me on the airplane in a wheelchair, and of course they transferred me in our connecting flights in a wheelchair, and I couldn't walk from here to the door without just being exhausted, and I still had a lot of numbness and tingling then. But when we got home from my first treatment, I walked off the plane, got my own luggage, and walked out to the parking lot to the car that was waiting. So.
Since my first visit, this has improved a lot. I've noticed I'm walking a lot easier, freer. I'm not having to think as much about my leg, picking it up, etc., and bending it. It's all coming a lot more natural. I had a lot of problems with my right side and arm, as I've already said, but my hand particularly was difficult to manipulate in certain areas, like writing. I would only be able to write for a few minutes at a time and have to rest my hand, but I could write continuous, I think. But I haven't written continuously, but I reckon I have no problem writing now.
For me, as soon as I got back after my 2 weeks of having my treatment, within 2 days of being home, speaking to friends and family around the world, they all noticed the difference in my speaking, cognitively, and I was able to listen and integrate with conversations with my family at home.